Hello, I'm back. So good to see everyone. Long time. I've been away. I've been camping, and I've been working on the South Australian Film Corporation's grant application. That's what I was doing last week. So that's why I didn't stream last week. So it's been 2 weeks after I'd been only got started back streaming very recently. But it's good to be back. Today we are going to start with also this is the first time I'm streaming on TikTok and Instagram, so I hope that's going well. Yeah, I'm very excited, a little nervous. Hope my Streamlabs multi-streaming's working correctly. I think it is. It seems to be, which is very exciting. What we're going to start with today is continuing on with my Advent of Code stuff. So let me bring up the Advent of Code. Do I have... I don't have this set up amazingly just yet. I want a way to put this in the middle so that people can see it more easily. There we go. That's pretty good. So yeah, Advent of Code is this very cool thing where we do programming challenges for each day in... Oh, that's right. Let me log into my proper account. I think, for whatever reason, I logged in with my Google account. Yeah, I did. There we go. So we're going to jump straight back in to day 6 because I was having some trouble with it yesterday from home. Programming. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. And I might even... Hi. Yeah. Oh, that'll do for now. That's fine. I'll fix that up next time when I've got time to edit my layouts. Day 6 is quite tricky. What the fuck are you doing? Yes, valid. So there's this thing called Advent of Code, which is very fun. It is kind of like an advent calendar, except it's programming challenges. So yes, today's we're already up to... I've fallen behind immediately. I'm only up to day 6. Apparently this one's quite a doozy, so I'm not looking forward to this one. But I'm up to day 6, and the annoying thing is the way that they break it up is that each problem has like a day 1, like a part 1 and a part 2. Yes, my part 1 works, which is good. Let me first explain what we're even doing. So the part 1 was we get this input. The actual input is a lot more complicated than that, as you can see. Essentially, it is like strings, big long strings of numbers, and then at the bottom there's either a multiplication or a plus, and then you need to sort all this data and then add, like, calculate the column. So it's 123, 123 times 45 times 6, 328 plus 64 plus 98. 51. Yeah, super straightforward. So if I get this to run in debug mode, I mean in the example data, we will see how my solution works. It's very straightforward. It reads the data, it parses the data into these nice pretty little lists, and then it simply adds up the sum. Super straightforward. The tricky bit is that the part 2 is devious, in that instead of just like reading the numbers as they are, what we need to do is instead include the white spaces in our parsing and also read them right to left. So it's like 4, 4, 3, 1. I do not touch grass. No, I'm doing this for fun. Yes. So the super annoying thing is that my solution works for the sample data. So it sorts through all these things, reads the data. I think where it's going wrong is this section, which is the way that it breaks up the data. Because it's translating it correctly. But for some reason, when I change it to work on the full data set, when it goes on the full data set, yeah, that seems to be doing it correctly. Hey. Yeah. I don't understand why this isn't working. Because it seems to be reading the data correctly. I might... The thing that I gave up working on this late last night, and as I was leaving, I had a brainwave as to why this may not be working. But it does seem to be working properly. My theory was that it wasn't splitting up these numbers into like proper substrings of 4. Oh dear. But it seems to be doing it correctly. Except for this last one. I don't know. I think I might give up on this for now. Well, yeah, whatever. I'll leave this for now. Let's move on to TOYA stuff. Because that is far more interesting. And what we're actually supposed to be doing. Come on. So, yeah, last time we were working on TOYA, I believe we were still fuddling around with player movement stuff. I might just refresh my memory and have a look at what I was doing last time. YouTube, yeah. This is the benefit of streaming, one of the many benefits, in that I can just look back on my live streams and see what I was actually working on. I'm good, mate, I'm good. Oh, was I doing splatting stuff? Oh, that's right. I was messing with the feedback for, or the animation for merging. Because what I wanted to do was when the TOYA merges up, hopefully now that I'm in Unity. Oh, I'm very proud of the way I've set up my portrait live stream. You guys can't see this, but yeah. If anyone's watching on one of the portrait modes, I'm very proud of how I've broken this up so you can see all the individual windows of Unity nicely. If you're on YouTube, I think you can rotate and see that. Anywho. I believe what we were working on last time was how the that animation works. Because this is looking pretty nice across the board. Feels so slow. It looks good though. Hell yeah. Oh, and it's got, that's right, I want this in free aspect. So you guys get a better view. There we go. Yes, so the issue, oh, no, that works perfectly. Yeah, I think I need to move on to the crushing stuff because I need to refactor that whole system because I've changed the way it works. I think I like how that looks. I might get down to have a look at this once it's done. That feels pretty good. It sometimes does a funny thing. Where is it swishing out on this side? Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Look at that good squish. He is very squished. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So let's have a look at how my crushing stuff works. Do I even still have... I do. Imagine I've disabled this from my player brain or even removed it. I have. Cool. So what I want to happen... essentially the problem that we're trying to solve today is that in this world, there are blocks. And these blocks, when you become a bigger cube, you need to be able to crush them. But at the moment, obviously, we currently treat that as like it's a whole block. So let's first start by having a look at our wonderful TOYA and its... Whose internal light is that? Neither of them. Great. Move calculator. Yeah, so the role layer mask is where we should be looking. Because we want to ignore things of a smaller scale. And that should be part of the rolling up process, or should this be built in to their scale? That would be a much easier solution. Let's do it that way. So we've got our original TOYA, it's got a mover. This is currently looking at all scales. TOYA 1 can look at all scales as well, but importantly, TOYA scale 2 needs to look at not scale 1. And so now, hopefully, when I scale up, yeah, I can now... This fucking thing is in the way. You, Mr. Big Staircase, need to go. Cool. Me too. Me too. I'm really excited about it. Yeah. Okay, good. That just immediately works, which is nice. Oh, good. Yeah, no, that's how it should work. Great. And that respawn's looking nice. No, why did that? Sometimes I think it's a bit funky with the respawn, and it like doesn't splat out in the full directions that I want it to. Anyway, let's continue on for now and just set manually these roll layers, which is going to be a bit of a task, but that's fine. I wish you could select multiple at once. I don't think you can. You have to do it like this. Oh, yay! I'm so glad. Yes, please wishlist TOYA on Steam. That is our... that is the best way to support us at the moment. We are actively trying to promote people to wishlist it, because if we build that number nice and big, not only does it help solidify us, it is a big number that we can take to publishers and say, hey, look at all these people that want to buy this game. Please give us money to help make this game. $16.32. Gorgeous. We'll leave it at that for now because I can't be bothered doing anymore. Cool. So I think there was another point that someone made. Yeah, it's just a box clutter. Good. I believe in my TOYA script I have... Well, firstly, I should have a methods region. I mean, a variables region. So I'm such a stickler for my code. End region. Yeah. Cool. Actually, I'll do it the proper way. Oops. Variables and methods. Gorgeous. Cool. This is not particularly well set up. This is the boring bit of coding, is that to do it properly and to do it nicely, you need to constantly be cleaning, constantly be making it look nicer. So Yeah. Let's see if we are colliding with it. Oh. We should have... I don't know how much of the, this is in debug mode. Does it matter? No, it's just going to print it out anyway. Excellent. What else do I have on debug mode at the moment? Which script is this? Lattice controller. Yeah. What else is giving me debugs? You are giving debugs. Yeah, why is that not... Oops. That should be doing it. Run collision enter. Maybe, let's have a look at our complete TOYA. It's excluding just plan on interactable. Are you... Oops. I wonder if this guy's getting turned into a trigger still by my script. He may well be. No? You're still a box. Is it because it's static, maybe? Sometimes collisions are just the funkiest thing. I just don't want to do. Yeah, include everything. Include nothing. I don't understand. Oh, are ya? I hate how it does that. Very strange. I need to find a way to turn that noise off. Yeah, that's all the triggers. Because I need a way for this to remain. Okay, now that is strange. When the TOYA's thing is a trigger. We just turn off the prox trigger so I can fucking read. I wonder if it's anything to do with this. Oh no. Dear. Off he goes. There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes. Good. Okay, no, he definitely needs to be kinematic. I think that is... Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I think that's the issue. I think it's because this is non-kinematic. Maybe if I do that. Aha! Oh, no. Move mode. No, it's just that stuff. Let's get rid of this because that's just getting in the way. What happened? I turned the TOYA's rigid body to non-kinematic, which makes it go to the moon. Hi. Like when I don't, like it's as you can tell, it's already starting to float off a bit. But if I hit a block, then it gets really wee. I'm amazed. No, okay, great. Oh, where is he? He's off. Yeah, no, that really breaks stuff. Oh dear. Somehow in the respawn, yeah, it like lost track of one of the keys of the lattice. So yes, we will be keeping the TOYA's rigid body to be kinematic. But yes, the problem remains of I need a way to detect Oh. Was it really just that? I swear. No. No, okay, no, that's still not working. Maybe if it's not static. But that's not a real solution because we need those to be static. No. Really don't want to duplicate it. To have a trigger. Game glitches are annoying when you make games. Yes. Yes, they are. This is very strange. Every now and then I have big trouble with collisions. So I'm just going to do a little test where I make this sphere be on the TOYA layer and have a rigid body. Because you should... Some games have made them features. Yes, indeed. Yes, you collide. Maybe because it's... Well, if it's kinematic, then it's may not fall. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the issue. All right, fine. We'll do it the stupid way for now. And if I think of a better way later, we'll do that. The stupid way is I'm going to add another box collider. Main menus are great. I love working on main menus. And it's going to be at the center. I hate floating point errors. Just be 0. And it's going to include everything except player non-interactable and all this other stuff. And you're a trigger. And exclude nothing. Actually, exclude player non-interactable. There we go. This may break stuff. But we shall see. Oh, yes, like that. Good, it immediately broke stuff. What I might do, actually, this is an even dodgier fix, is I'm just going to shrink this a little. Oh, no. So you'll see that in this scale 1 TOYA, we should be able to see this smaller rigid body, this smaller collider even, inside it. Yeah. Dodgy. Dodgy, but maybe better. And now we want this back, actually. Can we do this here? We can. But then... Yeah. Yeah. That is working now, at least. The tricky bit is gonna be... determining which trigger has triggered them. Because we've got a few things going on in here. I've got the box trimmer trigger. Yeah. All this stuff. Yeah, these guys don't need rigid bodies. Where's the rigid body? Oh. It doesn't have one. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's ignore these AMBs for now. Because your prox trigger's on now, yeah. Which is quite large. Yes. Yes. I still don't want to give up on my contact solution. On collision, enter. Um, very, very interesting. Yes, let's also turn this off. I think because it's kinematic. Oh, chatty. Can I... I swear GPT-5 takes longer to respond. That might just be me being crazy. But I swear... Oh. Yep. Two kinematic rigid bodies colliding do not generate on collision into callbacks. A kinematic rigid body colliding with a dynamic rigid body will produce collision callbacks. Yeah. The hood shop. What's the hood shop? Oh, Jesus. No comment. Oh, dear. I swear I had... Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Hmm. Hmm. Oof. Game of the Year is very tough. I think everyone's expecting it to be Expedition 33. I think I tend to agree. However, I haven't played it. I think I voted for Silksong because that was my favorite game that I played. Although at the moment I'm playing Hades 2 and I'm getting a very big kick out of that. Yeah. Yeah. What am I doing? I've got a space for this. Multiple toys in the level. So the crushing behavior can no longer be centered around the scale of a single TOYA. What I want to happen is when the TOYA rolls into a smaller scale. I hope it's Silksong 2. Silksong is so good. I don't think it'll get it, but that would just be amazing. All three of the main guys on Silksong have now played TOYA, which is very exciting. I met them at PAX. Yeah. Yeah, they're all amazing guys. Oh, it's crazy. I highly recommend it. Box collider. Um, proximity. Um, hmm. Now that I've yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true. That's true. I could do this. Collider cast. Making TOYA non-kinetic changes. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Yeah. Triggers are cheap, are intended for sensor-like logic, clear separation, proximity trigger for gameplay, crush. Yep. Yes. My strong recommendation: use explicit physics queries in the movement code at the moment of movement to detect crushable blocks. I don't hate that. Move crushing responsibility to the block, not the TOYA. Instead of letting the TOYA decide I crushed block X, have the block expose a crushable component. Oh yeah. Block, try crush. That's quite good. Hmm. I like your explicit. Gosh. Physics. Recommendation. However, I think I should keep crushing logic in the TOYA, as they are the only thing. They're not the only thing that can crush something. Whatever. Yeah. Yeah. The thing is that there are so many blocks objects in the scene. I want to minimize the amount of components on each block. I am considering making a TOYA crushing component that handles all that logic. One sec. Hi, hello. Yeah. Yeah, I think I like that. Cool. That has reminded me of that whole other thing. Yeah, so what I think we'll do is in the TOYA scripts, we will add a new mono behavior called crush controller, and we'll add that to the TOYA mover. Hasn't made the bloody thing yet. TOYA crush controller. Yes. And now we need a few things. The first thing we need is a layer mask called brush layer mask. We also need that's annoying. What else did layer crushing have? Actually, none of that. Where was that then? Crush block. Oh, it's all here. And then it gets yeah. Where is that stored? Oh god, fucking sound effects is gonna be a nightmare. Particle effects in player crushing. Player crushing. Particle effects, I see. Yeah. That is a very good start. I think we will leave it there for now because I'm getting hungry and I cannot focus when I am hungry. Cool. Yeah. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I will be back after lunch in the usual way. I hope everyone has a wonderful lunch, and I will see you later. Bye.